James for three.
Alexis attacking.
Puso at Lakas, Sports sa Pinas.
Isang mapagpalang Sabado sa inyo mga teammates. Ito po si Coach Jojo Villa ng Fellowship of Christian Athletes at ito ang programang Puso at Lakas, Sports sa Pinas sa 702 DZAS FEBC Radio TV. Welcome sa mga teammates natin na nakikinig sa atin via DWAY 104.3 FM K Radio sa Bicol, sa DXFE 1197 The Good News Radio sa Davao Region, sa DZRK 106.3 FM Radyo Kapit Bisig sa Palawan, and sa DXAS 1116 Your Community Radio sa Zamboanga. Tayo rin po ay napapakinggan via online streaming sa Facebook page natin sa Puso at Lakas Sports sa Pinas, FEBC 702 DZAS o kaya sa febc.ph. Greetings sa ating mga teammates, si Euforcina Bernardino, Ben and Maricar Loriaga, Julita Adamos, Jennifer Satingin, Romulo Bolgado, Jem San Pedro Laureta, Andres Mendoza, Rosemary Garmino, Kyle Joshua Chan, Nora Cancela, Faustina Habla, Coach Glendino Gopez, Jocelyn Panagiton, Lordan Molyon, Anita Tejada Colon, Tess Bagtas Dehan, Aaron Ray Gacho, Belsi Sureta, and si Selly Anuran. Sa pagbabalik ng Puso at Lakas, our guest is a former volleyball coach and the athletic director of St. Stephen's High School.
Pusong kampiyon, siya na nga, luha at galak. Mga sikreto ng marubdob na ensayo at pagtatagumpay sa larangan ng sports. Pusong kampiyon.
Mga kaagapay, our guest is the athletic director of St. Stephen's High School and used to be a volleyball coach, but always a volleyball coach naman sa kanyang puso. No? Let's all welcome Coach Richard T. Hi, Coach.
Yeah. Hi, Joe. Thank you for inviting me here.
Coach Richard, alam natin na volleyball is becoming the second most popular sport dito sa Pilipinas, no? Because of the changes, no, change in being televised, no. Nung umpisa ba ang volleyball hirap kumuha ng traction as compared to today, no, na talagang bumulusok ang volleyball?
Yeah, kasi dati yung volleyball, yung hindi pa siya rally point eh. Yung kung sino nag-serve siya lang yung mga ka-score, and it takes a lot of hours, hindi ma-determine. Ngayon, naka-confine na since rally point, more or less natatapos pagka 5 sets, 2.5 hours, na-determine na. Saka may mga changes sa timeouts, nagkaroon ng mga technical timeouts para makapasok yung commercials. Mas mabebenta ngayon yung mas mabebenta ng mga TVs.
Alam mo, Coach Richard, ang importante kasi dito, no, any sport, it has to be exciting, it has to be dapat full of drama, no. Can you educate yung mga nakikinig what does rally mean? Kasi dati, di ba, iba yung volleyball, paano ka makakapuntos, paano siya bumilis, at ano yung rally?
Yeah, yung rally is ngayon kung sino man ang kumbaga nakapatay ng bola, may point agad. Dati kapag nag-service ka at ikaw nakapatay ng bola, doon lang may point. Oftentimes, pagka ikaw nag-service, advantage nung kabilang team yung offense eh. So kapag napatay, walang point. So 0-0 pa rin. Tapos yung kabila naman, kapag siya nag-serve, napatay mo, 0-0 pa rin. So kahit na maiksi lang yung laro, maiksi lang yung point hanggang 15 lang, pero sometimes the transition of ball umaabot ng more than 50 times yung transition ng possession ng bola. Lalabas ang haba. I remember high school, we played for more than 4 hours para sa isang game lang. And yun, hindi pagod ka na, yung mga nanonood gusto nang umuwi kasi hindi pa natatapos. Although exciting as a competitor, pero it doesn't become exciting when yung mga baguhan pala naglalaro. Kanyang haba naman yan. Nagiging boring.
Mm. Para siyang table tennis or badminton, regardless kung
Yes.
ikaw ang nagsuserve or ikaw ang tatanggap ng serve,
Bola,
may
yeah.
puntos pag napatay yung bola, no? Kung sino
Yes.
yung nagkamali, no? And Coach Richard, kailan ka ba nag-umpisa dito sa volleyball? Kasi naabutan mo pa yung time na yung
Puti pa yung bola.
kasama yun, no? Coach Richard, I think they had to make it different kasi yung bola hindi nga maganda kung tingnan, kung puti. So nilagyan nila ng ibang kulay, no? Ano ba?
Yeah. Yeah. Yung nagsimula ako quite late na, third year high school. So before track and field ako, but before pa, bata-bata pa kami, I played chess. And then grade 6, I remembered, nagkatigdas kami ng ng brother ko. And wala kami magawa, di kami pwede pumasok sa school. So may nakita kaming ping pong ball. So we played ping pong on the dinner table. And yeah, we enjoyed playing table tennis. And then second year high school, nagsumali ako ng track and field. Napunta ako sa high jump, 400, 200 meters, hanggang eventually, naging event ko is middle distance, 800, 1.5. Kaya lang tumigil ako doon kasi sobrang sobrang hirap ng training. So kaya alam mo, pagod na pagod ka na sa training. Ilan ako noon? Kung mga 15 years old ako, kalabang ko 18 and under. So nung nag-compete kami, second to the last yata ako eh. So inimbitahan ako ng classmate ko to try out for volleyball. And since endurance yung training namin, volleyball, hindi masyadong endurance. And yeah, I find the joy of playing yung volleyball. Parang, yeah, siguro sa skills-wise na naturuan kami ng maayos. So yeah, we develop. And paano ko nagustuhan? Ito pangit man. Pero nung may isang scrimmage, baguhan pa lang ako noon, maganda yung pagkakaset. Pagkapalo ko, may tinamaan ako sa ulo. Parang sarap ng pakiramdam na. So, yun na yung start ng volleyball journey.
Mm. Alam mo, Coach Richard, no? Ako, I played volleyball nung high school, no? And I enjoyed it. In fact, siguro, basketball coach ako. But if I'm going to play a sport, no, yung level of enjoyment, no, yung joy na binibigay sa akin, siguro nga mas mauuna yung una is I love playing softball. Yan, talagang
Yeah.
nag-enjoy ako kasi you play defense and then you play offense, no? And then, yung volleyball, kasi, alam mo yun, hindi ka mukha ng basketball, yung superstar gets to take a lot of shots. Alam ko sa volleyball, yung may magaling pumalo, siya yung talagang pumapalo. But
Yeah.
lahat involved no? Sabi ni Mark Hall to, can you qualify on this, no? Si Coach Mark Hall, one of the coaches sa three-dimensional coaching,
Mm.
sabi niya na, ang sport ng volleyball, ito yung sport na talagang teamwork. Kasi hindi pwedeng anim na players, yung isa nagpapahinga kasi magkakaroon ng butas and lahat mapipilitan to cover the spots. Can you elaborate on that na itong volleyball is one of the sports or sa kanya the sport na talagang teamwork that the players should achieve a high level of teamwork.
Yeah. Kasi may size ng court eh. You have to, sa depensa, you have to cover a certain area. Now, kung may isang tao na hindi marunong, ang hirap i-cover yung buong size ng court kapag sa there's already a hole in it eh. Kapag kumpleto na nga yung depensa mo, no? There will always be a hole in it. So, kapag may isang hindi marunong, doon yung target ng attacks. Now, kapag for example, may frontliner, depende sa level, no? May frontliner, maliliit yung sa blocking. If there are taller players or stronger players, they can force the ball towards a certain direction. mas lalaki yung butas. So, may mga combination play pa. So kapag may isang mabagal, may isang di marunong, pwedeng hindi automatic point yon pagka ganun. Ang isang danger is kapag may depensa pa. For example, may strong spiker, tapos may isang hindi marunong mag-block. Yung depensa sa likod, pwedeng tamaan sa muka kapag nagkamali ng block. So everybody needs to know their roles, needs to function it well para mas safe. Although of course, as coaches, there are adjustments kapag may mahina. How do you now design a game system para hindi masyado maging disadvantage yung mahina na yun?
Mm.
Yun sa developmental Pero pagkarating sa college, yung NCAA, UAAP, and the pros, everybody has to have yung high level of competence pagkarating sa laro.
Hindi ka mukha sa basketball, no? Pwede pang itago yung weakest link, no? Kasi baka pwede siyang itago in the sense na i-cover, no? Pwedeng i-double team. Dito wala naman double team sa volleyball, no? So may mangyayari na may spot or territory na mabubuksan and then doon dadalhin yung bola. Coach Richard, ano ang gusto mo naman when you were playing volleyball in terms of sa offense?
Sa offense, ako palo lang ako ng palo. Bigay mo sa akin bola, ako na bahala. Sa offense, it's nung naglalaro ako, yung setter namin sobrang importante. We want the setter to have confidence. Kasi pagka nawala yung confidence ng setter, hindi niya na ma-distribute yung bola ng maayos Tapos tumataas pa yung error. So for us, yun yung importante. The setter would be yung broad yung mind niya, yung hindi siya takot bigyan kung kanino dadalhin yung bola. And then whatever his decision is, diskarte na ng spiker. Importante trabahuhin niya yung role niya. So that's the most important sa offense.
Would you say that the most important player, alam ko naman lahat yan, importante, no? Sino ba ang most important player sa anim na naglalaro?
Sa anim, sa point of view ko, it's always the setter. The setter would almost touch every possession, every ball possession mo. Tuwing pumunta sa'yo, second ball siya palagi. Of course, pagka siya ay nag-first ball, iba yung magsi-second ball, magsi-set. Right now, it's the libero. Pero dati sa amin, importante talaga. Dumating sa kanya yung bola.
Mm. Alam mo, Coach Richard, no, binanggit mo yung libero. Nung panahon ko kasi, wala naman libero yan Ano ba yung libero? Tapos, ano yung libero? Ano ang ginagawa niya? Specific role.
Libero sa setting natin, it's the defensive specialist. So, I think because of maraming maliliit na mas gusto maglaro, di naman sila makatalo ng mataas. So they added this person who would be the defensive specialist. So he or she can replace anyone doon sa backcourt na player. Oftentimes yung pinakamahina dumipensa. So ang sinasabi nila, pagka masyadong matangkad yung tao, so mas hindi balanse yung mas mababa yung center of gravity. So yung center of gravity na mas maliit, mas stable, so they can defend better. And yeah, it's something that they can specialize on. Kasi pag alam nila, pagka malaki, papalo ka agad Yung libero, okay, I'll accept this role. Accept ko na mas maliit ako and I can be good at something. So yan, enjoyable na yung game. So they can dive, they can run. Ang biruan nga namin siguro kasi mas maliit ka, mas malayo yung bola from top to bottom. Pero ilang foot lang naman yan, 1 to 2 feet lang yan.
Ano nga, no? Mas maliit, pero yung center of gravity niya, no, mas mababa. So yung mga angles, no, pag may mga pinalo papunta sa mga areas na kailangan niyang dumive, mas mabilis siya dahil mas maliit, mas maliksi, and then mas
Mm.
mababa yung center of gravity.
Yeah.
I like yung ano, no, yung nag-evolve siya dahil nabigyan ng pagkakataon yung maliliit na players. Pag sinabi
Yeah.
kong maliliit, compared kasi ang volleyball, kailangan may requirement
Height
din
pa
ng
rin eh.
height, no?
Yeah.
But ngayon nag-even out kasi yung magagalingan dumepensa, yung mga ang role lang nila ay tumambling ng tumambling dahil lahat ng bolang pumunta sa floor na almost sure point bigla lang nila tatamaan at ang bola aangat and then
Mm.
makukuha nila, no? Um, Coach Richard, being a coach, no, before, no, si Coach Richard ay dating coach ng St. Stephen's High School girls team, no?
Yeah,
Uh,
dalawa actually. Pati Life Academy.
Pati Life Academy, si mo two teams, no? Because ang puso niya nasa volleyball, no? Uh, Anong tingin mo ang hinahanap mo sa
Mm.
mga players? Kasi marami tayong mga nakikinig, may mga anak sila who would want to play volleyball or other sports. Coming from a coach, ano ba yung hinahanap ng isang coach?
Yeah. It's universal, I think, not only sa being a coach, but even nung nag-work ako, at saka yung sa family ko. Number one really is character. Kapag maayos yung character nung player, it's easier to coach kasi alam mo behave siya, magbibigay siya ng good effort, maayos yung ugali, maayos yung pananaw niya sa sport, hindi siya nakikipag-away. So all of those things, kapag nandiyan yung element na yun, it makes the dynamics of training easier. But of course, may mga hindi naman okay. So that's where we come in as coaches. We help develop that. So number one is character. It makes everything easier. Good conversations. Then second would be the commitment. Kailangan committed yung tao to the program, to the sport. Hindi yung may dentist appointment ako eh. Hindi pa na-schedule yung dentist ay hindi kasabay yung training. So, another part of commitment is not only the other schedules, no? I remember when I was playing, I have to be committed in my studies. Yung kasi pagka bumaba yung grade ko, tatanggalin ako ng parents ko from training eh. And in real essence, importante rin nga kasi if mababa yung grades ko, uh, pwede akong matanggal sa team because of the school policies. And I'm being unfair sa mga teammates ko if I don't study well. Imagine lahat nag-training, prepared, and then dahil may ginawa akong kalokohan sa school, biglang mawawala yung isang player, di naman sa ako yung pinakamagaling or what, you know? Pero I mean, if you are someone who contributes to the team and you are not committed to your studies, to the relationships that you have, to the responsibilities at home, responsibilities sa school, even yung maaga pa lang nagkakaroon na ng boyfriend girlfriend, nag ay nako, nagkakaroon ng other commitments na kapag nag-away sila, ang sama ng ensayo, ang sama ng laro. So, nawala yung commitment doon sa primary na pinasukan niyang role. Puro sito, ano. So, first is character, next is commitment, and third is communication. Ang nakikita ko, a lot of yung mga bagong mga mas bata na dumarating, no, they cannot express themselves. So we want someone who can communicate freely and sabihin niya, ito yung hindi ko alam, ito yung kaya kong gawin. And then, kapag may mga issues within the team, kasi hindi naman may iwasan eh. So there should be a way that they know how to communicate, converse yung mga crucial na mga bagay. Kunyari, nakakainis. Kunyari, may teammate ako na hindi maayos yung ensayo. I can freely tell the person, ayusin natin. Kasi mahihirapan tayo kapag hindi mo inayos. Rather than the way you communicate it is, hoy, ang pangit-pangit. So, it's not a good conversation that happens. Even the way I would communicate with my coach, with my teachers, and so on, it should be with a lot of respect, with honoring them, pati sa mga teammates, I have to honor them with the way I communicate. And then, may certain level of competence. Kasi sports yan eh. So, kailangan din natin ng na physically, you're stronger or kaya you're faster. So, you have to develop that. Kapag, yeah, may mga players, like, siguro, yung sa akin, I'm not really that athletic. I have malaki yung calf ko, at mataba yung calf ko, flat-footed ako, uh, pero payat ako noon. So in order to have that competence, na extra effort talaga. So those are the four elements. That's what I use in life as well. At the same time, pagkapipili ako, no, yun din ang criteria ko sa pagpili ng team captain and setter. They should have that, mas advanced yung four aspects na yun sa buhay nila.
Gusto ko yung binanggit mong 4 Cs. Number 1 is yung character. Pag sinabi pa naman, dati, no, pag sinabi na yung player na yun may character, no, may negative kagad na nakadikit doon. But pag sinabing yung player na yan ay masipag, tawag nito, marunong makisama, tapos coachable, yun yung character na gusto natin as compared na doon sa sinasabi nilang character na may toyo, matigas ang ulo, tamad, di ba?
Yeah.
And then binanggit mo yung communication, no? I think first time kong nadinig to na kung ano yung mga importante sa isang coach, no? Na hinahanap sa isang player. How can you build o how can you foster communication with your parents? Paano ba natuturo to? At kasi sa mga nakikinig, we need also to become better in communicating to people around us, pwedeng yung wife mo, yung husband mo, or children. So teach us how can we learn from itong sinasabi mo regarding communication.
Yeah. Very important yung trust. Kasi in any relationship, trust should be there. And you can develop trust if you create a safe environment. Yung hindi sila ma-judge, hindi mapapahiya, yung alam nila that you love them so they can freely express. Siyempre, mga bata yan, no? Kahit naman tayo ng bata, lalo na sa amin, hindi ka pwedeng sumagot. So, it limits the way that you can express yourself kasi takot ka, papagalitan ka, ang dami ng negative comments. Tapos, di ba, sa sports yung alaskahan. So, not being able to be safe in expressing yourself, it would limit the communications. And pagka walang communication, you cannot build trust. You should be able to freely communicate na these are my weaknesses. These are the things that I need para kaya ko silang i-coach ng mas mabuti. So as a coach, I have to show love and care so that they would trust me. And ayan, I think yun yung malaking bagay. They should trust me because I want to add value. I love them unconditionally. Lalo na sa anak, no? I tell my children din there's nothing that you can do that will not make me not to forgive you. Lahat ng gagawin mo, patatawarin ko yan. Pero hindi ibig sabihin, hindi masakit. I would get hurt. But imagine, kapag yun yung kinommunicate mo sa mga players, kahit magkamali ka sa loob ng court, pag-usapan natin, and you know that I will not be mad with the mistakes. Imagine, coach, mag-open yan. Coach, nahirapan ako. Coach, hindi ko naintindihan yung play. O kaya, coach, mali ako. Then, magkakaroon ng ownership dun sa mga mistakes. So, yeah, that's how I would build communication.
Gusto ko yung binanggit mo, no? By building communication, it improves yung trust and confidence sa isa't isa. And I think kasama doon, ingredient doon is yung unconditional love. Yung love na papatawarin sila kung sila ay nagkamali. Pero syempre, as a coach, kung nagkamali yung player dahil tawag nito may konti siyang nagpabaya, no? Nagpabaya in the
Yeah.
sense na nagbanjing-banjing sa practice. Yun tuloy pagdating sa
Mm.
game, kung anong ginawa mo sa practice would translate, no, sa laro mismo.
Yeah.
But I think pwede mong i-correct, but masakit kasi lahat would be affected, no?
Yeah. Oh.
Mm. Yesterday I was talking to my daughter, no, si Ana. Sabi ko, Ana, I will tell you this again. You know that I love you and I will be there for you. Tapos sabi
Mm.
niya, yes, Dad. Tapos, you know, Mommy loves you and Mommy will always protect you. Alam mo,
Yeah.
sabi niya sa akin, Coach Richard, na, yes, Mommy, I saw Mommy, that Mommy will fight tooth and nail for me. Tapos, sabi niya, if I'm going to become a mother, Mommy modeled it, na
Yeah. Mm.
yung love niya sa akin, she will go out of bounds, no? Just
Mm.
to make sure that I'll be protected and I'll be safe, no? And commitment given yan. When a player joins a team, dapat talaga committed na yon. Tawag nito, lahat sila, all in, all out, no?
Mm.
Walang ano. And competence. Coach Richard, may mga players naman na siguro in terms of competence, hindi yun yung hinahanap ng ibang coaches. But nakikita mo, wow, ito yung may potential to become better and eventually to become a superstar. Nakikita mo ba kagad yan sa mga players na alam mo na right away, hindi pa siya superstar, pero it takes time bago siya mahinog pag naturuan.
Yeah. Makikita natin yung athleticism eh. The way they run, yung actually minsan physical feature pa lang eh. Pagka sa volleyball, very important sa amin yung mas mahaba yung legs, may konting gaslaw yung movement. So it's you know that they can develop into a good player. May mga ibang tao naman, yeah, makita mo, naku, 3 taon to. So, I mean the developmental sports, no. So, ganun talaga. But kumbaga kay Ratatouille, everyone can cook. Ito everybody can play. But of course, not at the same level as others.
Yeah, that's true. Coach Richard, no, we've been talking about yung mga hinahanap mo sa players. How about yung ano naman yung hindi naman frustration, yung ah, pain na naramdaman mo or na-experience mo being a player. It could be a loss or it could be an injury, something that
Yeah. Hmm.
talagang tinablan ka.
Yeah. Sa akin, I would say yung na-injure ako. It was because of I love playing basketball din kasi. So, yeah, it was quite irresponsible of me kasi malapit na yung liga. I think nakakasimula pa lang ng liga. And I was doing a pick-up game lang. Nasa school, after school, wala kami ensayo. Nakita ko yung mga classmates ko, laro kami. So, to cut the long story short, I injured my shoulder. Medyo may tear. So imagine, no, pagkakuha ko ng bola, hinatak ko, na puwersa kasi mahawak-hawak nung kabila yung bola. Pagkabato ko ng bola, it's only 2 meters away. Ang lakas ng pagkabato ko, no? Pero bumagsak just 2 meters away. Kasi hindi ko na magalaw. Sabi ko, nako. So, it was a minor tear. Dati naman, pagagalitan ako ng magulang ko kapag nalaman na injured ako. So, I kept it. So, di rin namin napagamot. Nung nalaman, it was just di naman kami yung may pera na pa-opera pa yan eh. So yeah, I just did some workout. So championship, actually hindi pa championship yun. May isang game kami, elimination, yun yung team to beat. We know that we can win over them. Kaya lang injured ako. Yan. I really cried. Imagine fourth year high school, no? Lalaki ka, di ka umiiyak. But I cried kasi I failed my teammates. Alam ko, di ba, remember commitment? Committed ako sa kanila eh. I want to do my best for everyone eh. Actually, that's also the reason kung bakit yan yung core values na meron ako. One of the important things that I look for. People who are committed in every aspect of their life na katuwang nung aspeto nung sports. Dapat everything. You should be committed. Ayusin natin. Hindi natin sasayangan yung every opportunity. But yeah, injuries, yan yung ano. And that taught me a very important lesson in life. Hanggang ngayon, gamit ko yan as a parent, as I lead people.
Committed to excellence, no? Alam mo, bumalik yung kwento mo sa akin. Ngayon, naalala ko 1992, no? So I bought my brother a bag. Hindi ko alam kung Nike no? So tuwan-tuwa ako, no? Galing ako sa conference, no, abroad. So binilang ko ng bag kasi players sa UAAP juniors, no, sa UP. Pag uwi, sprained ankle, yung kalabang pa naman nila, team na kaya nilang talunin.
Yeah.
Alam mo, yung feeling ko talaga, ang sama-sama ng loob ko na, bakit ka naglaro ng walang kakwenta-kwentang laro nun? Pick-up game. Tapos may UAAP game ka the following, siguro in the next 2 days, no? So, he wasn't able to play. Tapos, kasama siya sa, magandang rotation, no? I think first 5 siya. And natalo sila in overtime, no? So, naalala ko yon. Sabi ko, paano mo babalansin yun na hindi mo naman malalaman na may injure ka. But yes, tama yung sinabi mo, no? If it's just going to be a pick-up game or laro-laro lang, and then may tournament ka naman, tiisin mo muna. Di ba? Tiisin mo muna. How about the greatest joy as a player?
As a player, wala masyado. I enjoyed every opportunity that I compete. Even in training, no? Kaya nga sa akin, as a coach, yung taong ayaw mag-training, I really have to help them find joy in the difficult things in life. Training, laro na nga lang yan eh. Yeah. Ang view ko kasi noon is the higher level of competition, the greater joy it would give me. Kasi I get to meet the best people and masya-sharpen ko sarili ko. Di ko alam. Siguro pagka atleta ka talaga, no, you want to be challenged and you enjoy the challenge. Hindi yung manalo or matalo. I don't know how many people would enjoy yung pain of the body after workout. Sa akin yan yun. So pagkarating sa game, manalo matalo. Wala, laban. Find joy in that.
You had fun, no?
Wala akong maisip na particular thing that
as a coach, a greatest joy mo as a coach.
As a coach meron. Hindi kami champion nun, but we did a podium finish. Hindi tinanong ko yung mga players, so okay, so what have you learned? Then one spoke up. Yung parang the player thanked me that I helped out dun sa program. They found parang nagkaroon ng hope. They found something that they can be happy about. Basically, they enjoyed the whole process. Mahirap po magpa-training eh. But they enjoyed the whole process, and they were able to compete hard. Hindi man champion, but nailabas yung gusto nilang gawin. So that for me is the most joyful part. Ito mas importante. That is sa sports side. I think what gave me joy is yung after na ng career nila, after na ng playing years nila, they approached me and nagpapa-mentor about life. Ibig sabihin, there was trust developed in sports. And there are values that I can give to them. Yung baka kadagdag sa buhay nila. Pagka may problema sila, I am there to help. I think that that's a greater joy apart from coaching the sport. It's about being a friend, being an elder person, wag naman elderly, no? But being someone who is older, who can help them navigate through challenges that I I navigated through as well. And it helped me because there were mentors as well na mas matanda sa akin who helped me. So parang passing on yung goodness that I experienced.
Mm. Based sa sinabi mo, no, ang nakuha ko is you gave them hope, and then yung even sa Bible, no, hope does not disappoint us, no. And yung
Yeah.
hope did not disappoint them
Yeah.
because alam mo yun, nailabas nila yung what they want to do and then what they want to achieve. And then makita mo may transformation, no. They became better in terms of having fostering relationships, no, better relationships with you and with other players. And then inisip nila na hindi naman kami aabot dito on our own, no? Naalala ko yung trabaho ng coach, no, is to get the players to a level na hindi kaya ng mga players puntahan. Kaya nga meron coach,
Mag-isa,
no?
yeah.
A coach who would mentor and teach them and supervise them, no? And yes, it's more fulfilling and joyful kung yung wins mo hindi based sa championships, no. Hindi ko sinasabing hindi importante yung championship, but nakita mo na lahat sila na they became better, no. People
Yeah.
gusto nilang magpa-mentor, tapos na they were able to relish, no, kung ano yung mga dinaanan nila, and then alam nila na meron pa silang dadaan ng iba, and they look forward sa iyo na ikaw ang magko-coach pa rin sa kanila, but not sa game of volleyball, but sa game of life itself, which is the most important game, no? It is the game of life. And coach, paano mo ba natuturuan tong mga players na ito when they ask you can you mentor me? Ano ang ginagamit mong basihan?
When wala na magsasabing yan, can you mentor me, no? They just approach me and I have problems, I have challenges, so it is it's the same way as coaching, so you ask them what the problems are, and then you would try to see kung ano talaga yung problem and what is the heart problem behind those issues. For example, relationship problems. Naging ano tuloy.
Ito
Love.
boyfriend, no? Love, courtship, and marriage.
For example, relationship. So, eventually, sabi mo, ano yung kinagagalit mo? What are the things that you don't like? Oh, ano ba yung things that you liked about the person in the first place? So, how often ba nangyayari yung things that you don't like? O sa sports, masarap ba mag-training? Di ba ang hirap? So, ano ginagawa natin? You try to be patient, you try to overcome yung mga challenges, you have the right mindset towards it, focus on the goal. Kunyari, ang goal niya is maging maayos yung relationship. Okay, so let's look at the steps on how to make the right relationship. How you communicate, dapat maayos. Ano yung commitment mo to the relationship? Very important, nandiyan dyan. Ano yung character mo and how you behave in the relationship. So, pareho pa rin yung element ng what I look for in a person. Kasi yun din ang gagamitin niya sa life eh. And then, sabihin ko lang na, saan ba nanggagaling yung anger natin? Selfishness. So, pagka sa laro, di tayo pwedeng selfish. You always take care of the other person. Unconditional. So, yun din kasi yung Diyos sa buhay natin, no? Unconditional love. Dami nga nating mali eh. Pero mahal niya tayo. So, we are created in God's image and likeness. Kaya niyang magmahal ng unconditional. That means image niya, likeness niya. We are capable. not to the same level, but we're given the capability. Then next, okay, so paano mo gagawin ngayon yan? So we just help them navigate through it, share with them the principles na kaya nila kasi available sa kanila yung faculties na yon, and then find ways on how to do it by themselves.
Helping them distinguish kung ano yung problema. Yun yung number one kasi. Karamihan hindi nila alam yung problema, paikot-ikot, but kung maintindihan nila kung ano ba yung problema, and normally, it's a heart problem, no? Binanggit mo nga, no, na karamihan napupunta sa being selfish, no, instead of being selfless, no?
Yeah.
Always looking at himself or herself na ano ba nakukuha ko dito, dapat yung victim mentality as compared na baka naman may contributory factor ako dito na kaya nakakagulo-gulo dahil it's me who is the problem in the first place, no?
May mga ano din eh. Oftentimes you would discover sa buhay nila that there were hurts na unresolved, kaya makantil lang ng konti yung hurt na yon. It escalates very fast. Ang common is may unforgiveness sa buhay. So, pagka may ginawa yung ibang tao na mali, it's hard for them to simply let go yung mga minor issues pinapalaki. Kasi nasaktan ako eh. So, yeah. Instead of forgiving right away, yun, ganun talaga. Pagka may may pinanghuhugutan, yung modern term natin.
Coach Richard, yung ano pa naman, unforgiveness or an unforgiving spirit, bigat yun eh, kasi parang nagiging bato yung puso mo, no? Talagang ikaw mismo, lagi kang nagre-retreat instead of opening up, retreat ka ng retreat, tapos anytime na may masabi lang, kahit yung intention naman maganda, yung mga taong may unforgiving spirit talagang would fight back or would just retreat in such a way na ayaw na nilang makipaghalubilo sa tao, no?
It happens sorry Coach Jo, it happens in sports. You would see all the fighting, yung parang next game gagantihan kita and those stuff. Ay nako. It makes sports ugly. Na highlight kasi yung mga ganun. So yeah, so those are imagine kapag nagagawa nila sa sports yun, it can happen in life and vice versa.
I was able to talk to Coach Tim ko, no, I think 2 months ago or last month. Sabi nga niya, sa practice nila, gusto ko yung word na ginagamit niya. I do not ask our players to compete against each other, no? I would rather want them to challenge each other. So when they challenge each other, there's a coming together na lahat sila gumagaling. Kasi I challenge you to become better. Siyempre, they will also challenge me to become better. Hindi yung competition na parang boxing na pag sinuntok ka, tulog ka. Hindi, ito pareho tayong aangat. And tingin mo, being the athletic director ngayon of St. Stephen's High School, and being a former coach, no? Coach ka pa rin naman, hindi na mawawala yan, yung titulong yan. Anong tingin mo yung hindi maganda about coaching sa panahon nito?
Performance. Ang habol kasi, well, di natin maalis, no? Parents wants to win. Supporters wants to win. And if yun lang ang habol ng tao, imagine yung percentage ng taong hindi nagcha-champion. So, kung 10 yung naglalaban-laban, ibig sabihin 90% failure, or pagka hindi naka-podium, 70% failure sa mana ng tingin. So I think that's the pressure of coaches. It comes from the other stakeholders. Ang biruan nga namin, kapag ang doktor pasang-awa sa board exam, pupunta ka pa rin sa kanya para magpagamot eh. Ang coach, hindi lang nag-champion. Ang dami na sinasabi. So, yeah, I think that's sa akin inaayos ko ngayon with the I have to love my coaches the same way that I love my players, my family. Uh, yung mga coaches natin, they coach the way they were coached. They're coaching the way they were parented. They adjust to different personalities ng mga players. Tapos madadagdag pa yung personalities ng mga parents of the players. Um, so far yung mga supporters natin, yeah, we also have to educate them about sports. Yes, winning is a good target, but ano pa rin yan eh. Nasa education system pa rin tayo. Let's use sport as an education tool to prepare them in life. The higher level of competition that we go to, the more experience, the more struggles you would go through, then ano yun, those are better education. So that's the perspective. Nung isang araw nga nandoon ako sa isang practice, I was watching them, tapos pinag-uusapan ng mga players na, yan yung magiging engineer natin next time. Tapos yan, ito, mukhang magiging doktor to. And I appreciated that. So I go, that's good. You view them as who they will be apart from sports na malaki ang may tutulong natin. Let's use sports as an avenue na, syempre, pagka nag-medicine yun, di ba? Resiliency. So, those are the things that we would give. So, mag-change ngayon yung approach mo. Hindi lang sigaw na sigaw, hindi ka basta galit lang. But you see something more valuable, more valuable than sports. Yun yung importante. Pero may isa akong comment. Sabi ko, sana tumangkad-tangkad naman yung engineer na yan.
Ano yun, hulog ng langit yun kung ang players talaga ay matangkad na, mabilis pa, kung mag-hop parang kangaroo, ano yun, talagang lahat ng blessing ni Lord talagang binagsak sa mga taong yun. No? But
Yeah.
yes, ang goal naman natin is to use sports to enhance life skills, no? Para siyang object lesson, no? Yung bawat practice, bawat game, may matututunan ng mga players if we use it the right way, no? Hindi yung magwawala na pag natalo ka, feeling mo na yung mga players ay they were tawag
Tapos na
nito,
mundo.
o sira na yung mundo or pinabayaan yung eskwelahan, wala namang gustong matalo, no? And Coach Richard, no, you are a Christian coach, no? And Christ is front and center sa iyong buhay. Paano mo ba napapasok si Kristo sa sports when you were a coach?
We do devotions, and then we put in Christian principles in the elements of sports. For example, if we want the player to be to be a motivated person. Most of the time, hinahanap ng mga bata, hindi naman nakaka-motivate itong school na to, kulang sa support and so on. Motivation is when the time na hinahanap mo, doon nawawala. Kasi you're down So you want other people to motivate you. What we want to have is self-motivated players. So we have to coach them in a way na they would know how to be self-motivated. So in motivation, sabihin natin na, we are motivated based on what we get. Kapag hindi mo makuha yung motivation mo, wala kang inspiration or what, hindi mo, wala na, ayaw mo nang gumalaw. So I tell them, yung extrinsic and intrinsic, it should be coming from within. And ang motivation mo, it's about something that you could give rather than what you can get. So what did I mean? Ang motivation ko, I want to, yung na-mention ko kanina, no? I want people to be inspired with the way I play, with the way I train. It is something that I give. I want to give them an opportunity to celebrate. Kapag hindi, disappointment. But it's something that I give. Then papasok ko, how did Jesus Christ loved us? It's about everything that He gave. It's not, wala naman siyang kailangan sa atin eh. So He gave His life for us para we would experience the reconciliation with God. Yeah, He allowed Himself to be crucified because He loved us para magkaroon ng opportunity to be united with Him. So, we are created in His image. We are capable to give that love. So, ang question is, would you want to follow Christ? Hindi naman sa magpapakrucify tayo, but are you willing to be motivated by giving rather than just by taking? So, hindi siya masyadong preachy, but those are the practical ways that we insert the Christian values to them. And hopefully, pagka na ganda yung relationship, do you want to learn more? Ayan. Join me sa church.
How can I, how can I help my teammates or how can I help my team by giving the best or being selfless, no? And hindi yung pumasok ako sa isang team para ako yung recipient, no? Ang gusto ko is ako yung to be generous, no? And yung generosity na ito is in being a showing my skills, showing my talent, helping my teammates, being the best person that I could be inside the court. Para lahat sila ganahan na, kunyari makita nila, uy, si Richard, ang sipag. And because masipag siya, makukonsensya naman tayo kung tatamad-tamad tayo dahil he is helping the us by becoming better, and by becoming better gives us an opportunity to win more games, no? And Coach Richard, do you have a favorite verse that you would want to share sa ating mga nakikinig?
Yeah, favorite verse ko is Romans 12 verse 1. May kilala tayong coach na yan yung favorite. So, yeah, it's more of Paul saying that I appeal to you, therefore, in the mercies of God, to offer your body as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to Him. This is your spiritual act of worship. So sa sports, I offer my body, I offer my talent, I offer my skills, lahat as a sacrifice. Ibig sabihin, it has to be pleasing. Hindi ko sisirain yung katawan ko, hindi ako gagawa ng mali. Everything that I do inside the court or outside the court, it should honor God. Worship is not just about praying or showing people that you're a Christian by reading the Bible. People read us. So the first person who should look at me, yung siya yung audience ko, would be God. So if I'm pleasing God, I will not be perfect, but in my heart, that's what I want to do. So in everything I do, dapat upright para sa honor niya. Hindi sa honor ko, honor niya. If I misrepresented Him, which happens, but I know sa heart ko, I don't want that. Kung sakaling hindi ko nagagawa, malamang paluin din ako ni God through mga ibang tao. People would be there to tell me that, hey, mali yan. So yan, that's my favorite verse.
Wow, I like it, no? Yung to offer our bodies as a living sacrifice, no? Holy and pleasing, acceptable to the Lord, no? And this is our spiritual act of service or worship. Nako, teammates, masyadong busog na busog tayo sa wisdom ng mga tinuro sa atin at napakinggan natin kay Coach Richard. Thank you, Coach Richard, for being our guest. Maraming salamat, no, sa ating mga kaagapay sa inyong pakikinig. Ito po si Coach Jojo Villa ng Fellowship of Christian Athletes at inyong napakinggan ang programang Puso at Lakas, Sports sa Pinas sa 702 DZAS, FEBC Radio TV. Agapay ng Sambayanan, miyembro ng KBP. Kapisanan ng mga broadcaster ng Pilipinas. Magandang Sabado po sa inyong lahat.
Puso at Lakas, Sports sa Pinas.